Welcome back to the Shid podcast. This is episode number 16, I believe. It's been quite a while since we recorded the last episode. We've all been kind of busy with our lives. But you know what? We got here today. Today we have, as always, Daxter Howell with us, and Ethan is there with him as well. Woo! Yeah, we're talking about stuff today.
We're talking about things
We're talking about stuff, and we're talking about a lot of things, and we're all probably extremely high or drunk at the same time. So it's going to be a fun time.
I haven't been drinking, but I'm not drunk right now, but I have been drinking a lot lately. I want to learn how to be a bartender, so I've been asking how the drinks are made. Like, did you know a Long Island iced tea doesn't have any iced tea in it?
What?
Yeah. Yep. So it's half a shot of rum, half a shot of gin, half a shot of tequila, and half a shot of vodka.
It's all... That is all alcohol.
And then it's half and Pepsi to make it look like iced tea.
Okay.
It's like 2 drinks worth of alcohol in one drink.
That is interesting. All right.
It's
strong as shit.
I would have never guessed there's no iced tea.
Yeah, I would figure in a Long Island iced tea there would be some iced tea.
It turns out that they put Pepsi in it to make it look like iced tea.
That's crazy.
Island.
That is one thing I'm very excited for coming back to California. I cannot wait to go to bars and shit with you guys, because there are no bars around here that are worth a damn.
Damn, Sacramento has some badass bars. We found some bars that have like this bar has like a whole like mini golf place set up inside.
Yeah, I saw that.
Drink with like beer while you're fucking mini golfing, and they have like other like really fun games that they like made up themselves.
I saw this one thing. I think it's called like painting with a twist, or something like that, where you get drunk and you paint.
Oh my god, that sounds chaotic.
In Sacramento?
I'm not sure if they have one in Sac or not. It's like a nationwide thing.
Huh. Okay.
We gotta check that out.
We do gotta check that out.
Wait for me to get back first.
Where else cool did we go to?
Yeah, we've been to this one place that has a bowling alley and a bunch of other games while you can drink. And it's a really big, busy place. But like bowling and alcohol, like we've seen some bowling alleys that have, like bars right next to each other, right next to the lanes.
Oh yeah.
Like. It was awesome. They had boats, they had Jenga, they had soundproof rooms so you could do karaoke and news would get blown out. But it was the whole 9 yards.
We need to go there. I want to go there. That sounds awesome.
All right.
It's great. It's on like K Street in between there and fucking what is it, Old Sac?
Yeah,
Old Sac has some cool bars too.
Old Sac, we found at least like 9 or 10 bars around there.
Oh yeah. Wow, that's crazy. We went to like 5 that one night.
Yeah, Finnegan's was cool. It had the moving animatronics.
Yeah, we just had a Jaeger bomb and left. Uh-oh, did we lose you? Oh wait, let me disconnect and reconnect. Sorry, had to reconnect. We lost all voice after the animatronics. The animatronics heard us and they took over.
We were in
Faith Hasbro's Pizzeria.
Yeah. So I've been listening to. I got back onto the Serial Killer podcast, and that is never a good mindset when you're doing that. But it mostly delves into like history. And like, did you know? I was learning about like Gilles de Rais and Joan of Arc. And you would just think like, oh, Joan of Arc, she's just this lady who, she was informed by God to go fight some wars. She was actually like 16. She was super young, and then just like
she was killed like really fucking.
You might have had schizophrenia. due to her actually seeing things. And she was such a big problem for the state that they burned her at the stake, and then tried to cover it up and make her look like she was a really good person.
But she
Oh, wow.
single-handedly saved France.
No, she didn't single-handedly save France. There was this serial killer, like one of the very first serial killers of France, like alongside working with and saving her life multiple times. And the one time that Gilles de Rais guys wasn't there, she fucking died and got in prison.
Jail.
She was like this 16-year-old that relied on like this like literal psychopath in order to get anything done, because she was she like this small army that she just went head first into like the most brutal combat situations.
Yeah, and won.
You want to kill them? Yeah, she did.
That is wild.
What matters?
She was burned at the stake, and then later was
I think
yes.
I mean, the English, to be fair, were kind of pissed off. But anyways, continue on with your story.
That's about the end of it. But did you know that not pirates, but like in the age of adventure and exploration and discovery,
The Clone Wars.
yes, all of the whalers.
The
Did you know
Clone
whaling?
Wars.
Yeah, the Clone Wars of
The Clone
America. When America was first beginning, the whaling was such a big industry, it just about carried the American industry, like sperm whaling. And it was such a big boom that you couldn't just go out, catch one whale, and then come back. Whalers had to get this giant ship created to haul thousands of pounds of whale meat and whale oil, and then ship it across the entire ocean, and then come back like 2 or 3 years later. And
Wow.
this industry became so booming that like they killed thousands and thousands of whales every year. And like it's crazy how nowadays like there just aren't as many whales when there used to be hundreds of thousands of whales in the ocean. Now we only have so many. And
Well,
also,
that's what happens when we kill all of them.
did you also know what these whalers fucking did? They took Galapagos tortoises on their boats for meat because they didn't need to eat for a long period of time before they would die.
Oh my god, that's so fucked.
Think about the fucking Galapagos tortoises today. They were expert sailors.
Well, to be fair, they hunted a lot of species to extinction, or
Yeah,
at
they
least
did.
to near extinction back then. Like, look at the dodo bird. It was a bird that persisted on one island, and as soon as humans found it, it was game over for
Well, the dodo didn't have any contact with humans, and on its island, I don't think it had any natural predators, so it wasn't afraid of humans. It just walked right up to it.
And it was as big as a turkey.
That was the dodo's downfall. Is that it didn't know anything.
It's because, yeah, it didn't know that humans were going to kill it.
Yeah, and didn't know anything about humans, and they had no natural predators on their island, and they were just like it. If you were to go ahead and take a dodo and like populate it with the earth, it might go ahead and evolve to fly or something. Which I did hear that they are starting a project where they go ahead and take woolly mammoth DNA, and I think it's like some Middle Eastern elephant that's like also really hairy as DNA, and putting that together to go ahead and try and make a mammoth.
That's badass.
They're starting
Okay.
to clone. Like,
That would be
extinct.
cool.
The sad part is that the whaling industry was so big for America. America probably couldn't stand as well as it is today without all the money that it came in. Like the way whale oil was used in like machines and perfumes and candles and shit. Like imagine if like Franklin Roosevelt and all of these people didn't have candles to write their papers and shit. Like if I went in a time machine to stop like the big whaling boom, America would probably be in shambles. It probably wouldn't be the superpower that it is today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is factual.
Wild.
Absolutely fucking wild, my guy.
Did you know that it is illegal to sell or trade tortoise shell?
Makes sense. Just any tortoise shell? I have some sulcata tortoises. They are not endangered at all. Can I sell their shells after they die?
No. Any
Can I-
tortoise
can I-
shell.
Can I keep their shells after they die?
You can keep them, yes. You just can't sell them or trade them.
As long as I didn't buy it, it's fine.
Yeah.
But I bought the turtle when it was alive.
But that's okay, because you're buying the animal.
But if you animal to kill it and then take the shell.
Is that a crime?
I don't know. Is that a crime?
I imagine that would be animal cruelty. And probably punishable to the law, but to some extent.
How come we favor some animals over others? How come it's not animal cruelty or abuse for a cow? Or like chickens. Chickens get so fat their legs break. We genetically engineered them to have more meat, so that way, like when they're alive, they like after they get old enough, they're too big to stand and their legs break and fracture. Is that not animal?
That is definitely animal cruelty, but I think it's looked over because...
I mean, what have we done to pugs?
I mean,
because
it's always...
everyone's gonna eat it, and it's gonna be like that regardless. Not everyone, but most people are gonna eat it, and it's gonna be like that regardless of what we try to do about it, really, because I don't think we're gonna take down any big corporations like that.
No, but just thinking about that, that's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what would we do in alternative? Like, what would be a good alternative as if we were to go ahead and...
Well, the problem is America loves meat. It's like America loves their meat and their guns. There's no taking those away. And with the big boom, there's a big boom of veggie burgers and like vegetable replacements for meat. And it's kind of scummy because it's cheaper to make. It has far less nutrients and vegetables than actual meat, and they're selling it at the same price of a regular burger.
They're selling it for...
Yeah.
And like the fact that they could profit off of a regular burger, and just have to grow some plants and some red food coloring in there instead of having to raise an entire cow for years and then finally slaughter it and then sell it and figure out what to do with the rest of it. It's going to be a lot cheaper, and it's just not healthy for the people. It's just less healthy, and we're picking the everyday people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, especially if you would go ahead and like, if you look at like veggie burgers and like vegan burgers and like the stores now, they're actually cheaper than like actual like meat patties, which is kind of sad. But at the same time, like they're made so poorly that I don't want to eat it. I'm sorry, Dexter. I don't want to eat it. I would rather have...
I would much rather have burger.
I would just rather have a normal burger as well.
Yeah. So that's why we go ahead and do all these things to the animals and fuck them up.
Because we would rather have burger.
Yes.
You would rather have cute dogs than not cute dogs.
Like, the wolves originally started coming to us for food, and then, like, we kind of, like, make friends with them. But, like, after a while, we figured out we could genetically, like, the dogs are the humans' longest genetic experiment. Because we figured out that we can breed them to look and do kind of exactly what we need them to do. They could be small and to fit into holes to fight like little rodents, or they could be big and empowering, or like they could be like for like doing work dogs. It's really cool how diverse the dog sets could be. But yeah, due to inbreeding and breeding the same breeds of dogs over and over again, you're sharing the gene pool, and eventually those genes deteriorate, and you get something like a pug or a chihuahua or or like English bulldog. And like they are cute, and I love those dogs. I've had all of those dogs before, but like they're not healthy. They were never healthy to begin with. They're far down the gene pool from what used to be a wolf. I don't know. A healthy dog's and you should adopt dogs instead of breeding new dogs for their breeds.
Just look at humans and how we've basically been genetically engineered at this point. I mean,
all humans are pretty much 100% identical, down to like 3%. Or like 9% identical.
Yeah, at this point in time, I mean, like, we're evolving to not have, wisdom teeth and tailbone. Like, think about our ancestors who had, like, big ripped muscles and could carry 100+ pounds just, like, on a normal day because their life was so much fucking harder than ours. But we're evolving to a more comfortable lifestyle.
Yeah, we're evolving into laziness.
You ever think about how if an apocalypse happens, so many people wouldn't be able to survive just because they don't have the skills or abilities to do that?
There are so many people that would die so quickly.
There are so many people with jobs out there that don't matter if everything went down all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you don't know how to, like, hunt or catch food or, like, defend yourself. You've been, like, working in the business office your entire life.
Yeah. To be fair, that's like 90%
I feel like
people.
my skill would be pretty useful.
Like, the majority of people in society today have either never caught their own food before or have either caught their own dinner before, like, a handful of times.
I would probably die real quick. I don't do that.
Nah, you wouldn't die. You'd be with me, so you'd be fine.
Yeah. If we're together, I'm sure that we could go ahead and pull something together for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Us three together, I feel like we could definitely pull something off.
And now I want to segue into my next topic. I was reading a book called World War Z, and this was a movie that came out fucking forever ago. Do you guys remember watching the movie World War Z?
I never saw the movie.
Never seen it.
You've never seen the movie? Okay.
Or the book.
All right. Well, the movie, it has Brad Pitt, and it's pretty boring. It's your generic zombie movie. You have, like, a group of survivors, but only now if you're sick, the zombies won't attack you. But the book was completely different. Book was like, it was like a grouping together where it was the entire human race was the main character. There was no one main character because Max Brooks, the author, plays himself going around and interviewing veterans of a war against zombies that happened 10 years ago. And all these veterans are telling stories about what happened on, like, these big, awful days that happened in, like, a literal war against zombies where humans try to fight back as best they can during what happened. Most of... Are we interested in this? Pretty much how it starts is, like, zombies, people who are infected, oh my god, now I'm blanking. People who are people who are infected, they can die, and then not turn into a zombie for a while. If you get scratched or nicked in somewhere far from your main organs in your brain, it could take a couple weeks for you to turn into a zombie. So you could die, and you could be an organ donor. Hello? We're taking a side detour. Look at this. This is amazing. This is beautiful. Look at that. Oh my god.
What did we get? What did we get, boys?
Okay, I'm gonna make you all jealous.
I'm jealous. I want to just
Look at this. Look at my face. Look at my face.
Hey, Dax.
Yes. How do I turn the camera? Look at this peanut butter pie.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
Right. Tiny meringue cookies.
Yes.
Bam.
Goddamn, Kelsey.
I'm going to eat this.
I am a baker.
I've
That looks great. Good job.
And she's been baking. She's been making me edibles lately. Really
That's awesome.
As of now, that does not have any.
You want to stick this in the fridge, please?
Damn.
No, I don't have any. I don't have any plates or forks. Whatever. You guys got to read World War Z. It's so good. It's so good. I might just read it again. Honestly, I spent 2 days.
Really, is that good?
2 days straight listening to this 15-hour fucking YouTube video, and then after it was over, I was like, "Bam! I want to fucking listen to it again."
Wow.
It was that good.
I think the only time I ever got, the most recent time I've gotten obsessed, because saying that was the only time would be a really long stretch.
But how do I put it?
About the fridge.
Out in the.
There's real life going on in the background, guys.
All right, what were you pastly
what
obsessed
were you-
with for? What were you obsessed with for at least a week or more?
Recently, I was a little bit obsessed with Fight Club because I watched it. And for some reason, I just, like, during the movie, I was watching it, and it was so, like, I didn't have, like, all the pieces. Like, it was giving me all these, like, fucking questions. As I understand it whatsoever. Like, they go on about, like, these talks about, like, what it is to, like, go ahead and fill the void, and, like, what you can do to help you sleep at night because of insomnia, and, like, a main character who doesn't have a fucking name. I had to rewatch this just so that way I could go ahead and see if the internet was bullshitting me, to see if the main character has a name. He doesn't. No one talks to him by name. What is this?
Yeah.
No one talks to him but calls him by name, and everyone, and, like, if they would go ahead and use his name, they would go ahead and use Brad Pitt's name as Tyler Durden. And, like, I guess, like, at the end of the movie, Tyler was all in his fucking head and made him want to go ahead and start a underground fighting ring to go ahead and build an army to take down the government and erase the debt ceiling, so that way they wouldn't be able to spend money and collapse the U.S. economy. And it was
By the way, I'll make whipped cream on it.
just, I don't know.
We don't want to, like, whip it last night.
It was bizarre.
What were you previously obsessed with, Eli?
Anyone in their cream
Was I previously obsessed with?
Mm-hmm.
I've been obsessed with a lot of stuff over the years. One thing I've been most recently obsessed with would have to be this game I found called House Flipper.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just an Xbox game that I've been playing, where you buy a house and you fix it up and then you sell it, and then you buy another house and you fix it up and you sell it. I'm trying to play games that don't make me rage and break my keyboard again, is what I'm doing.
I just started playing Tears of the Kingdom, and bro, I die every fucking 30 seconds.
Yeah. I haven't gotten it yet.
I wanted the game to stay difficult, so I invested more into stamina than hearts, and now I'm kind of feeling like a dumbass because everything one-shots me.
That's like, come on, you got a level vigor.
I know, you got a level vigor. Yeah, that was the one thing I never did in Dark Souls. Always pump strength.
You're always a glass cannon.
Oh, I just watched, they put Cliffhanger on Netflix, and since I got into rock climbing, that was one of the movies I wanted to watch. It's got Sylvester Stallone going through, like, some mountains in Italy. It's supposed to be the Rocky Mountains, but it's not. And, like, it's a cool rock climbing movie. Not very much rock climbing in it. It's more like, no, I didn't.
Okay, what's happening? Uh-oh.
Yikes.
We lost him.
Sorry, hon.
What happened? Hey, Beethan.
Beethan!
What? What am I
What?
doing?
What's going on? What happened?
Not much. Just fuck.
Alright, let's talk about video games. What are some video games that are coming out soon that y'all are looking forward to?
Oh, the newest game from Software is a big fucking robot game called Armored Core. It's the sixth game in the series, and pretty much you play as a giant robot. You go into a mission with what you come in with, and you don't get any more HP. You don't get any more bullets. You have to strategize how you're going to win and build your mech accordingly. And I'm really excited for that because I've only ever played Dark Souls games from Software. And, like, playing as a giant mech robot sounds exciting.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know they made games other than, like, Dark Souls or Sekiro or...
I know, and I'm excited that they're actually switching stuff up. Because after Elden Ring, I'm kind of...
You said this is the 6th one in the series, so there's 6
there
of these
are 5
games?
other Armored Core games, and most of them are in, like, the PC and, like, PS2.
Oh, wow.
So, like, they weren't working on this for a super long time.
Wow. I wonder what made them decide to bring it back.
Oh, but I'm glad that they are, because I want to see what they're capable of doing. You know, because you can, like, change your mech to do a bunch of different things, and there's upsides and downsides to every piece, and there's a bunch of hidden weapons that do, like, broken stuff, swords with a giant mech robot. I'm just excited to play this game. And since it's from some oh my God, from Software, you know it's gonna be great.
Okay.
From It Software.
Did you guys see MK1? The announcement for MK1?
I did see that. Oh my God, I
am
so
so hyped for MK1.
landed.
So it's a continuation of MK11.
Yeah.
But Raiden is gonna reset the timeline.
No,
again.
not Raiden. Okay.
Yeah,
Liu Kang and Raiden formed into one, and now it's Liu Kang the Fire God, and Raiden is just like a normal guy now.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Well,
anyway, so at the end of MK11, like, the whole world was like reset back to the dawn of time, right? And Liu Kang had to fix it and basically restart the entire world, and that's where MK1 picks up.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was like going back in time to the very first Mortal Kombat tournament, which I would have been excited to see as well.
That would also have been cool. Just, well, maybe not like a direct remaster, but, you know, I bet they are going to hint to that because it is Mortal Kombat 1. So, like...
Yeah. I mean,
And-
is there only one Mortal Kombat battle in time? Or does it happen every so often?
It's every,
It
I forget
happens-
how long the years are, but it happens every few years in order to go ahead and see who gets the ability to conquer other realms. And so you basically, instead of just going to all-out war, you go to Mortal Kombat and you do a one-on-one with someone else. And so, like, I forget who the original people were, but basically Shao Kahn won, like, ruler of Outworld with the desert people. They wanted to go ahead and, like, invade Earth Realm. And so they go ahead and host a, like, Mortal Kombat tournament at Shang Tsung's place every however many years in order to see if they, like, can. And if Earthrealm, you know, steps up to go ahead and beat the Outworld's fighters, then Earthrealm will not be allowed to get conquered by Outworld, just because, like, the gods won't allow it. But if
But if they lose... Earthrealm is done.
Well, shit.
Earthrealm.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Mortal Kombat's fucking weird. I never took the time to, like, look into the story too much.
Yeah. I don't know, I kind of
they're
just
making
played the games, and that's about all I looked into it.
They're making a sequel to the remake of Evil Dead. So Ash is directing it, I'm pretty sure. And the female version of Ash in the last movie, you know, got her hand chopped off. And in this movie, I don't know what it's about, but it's more Evil Dead but it's
Oh,
more
yeah, Evil
horror.
Dead Rising.
Yeah, but it's horror themed instead of comedy focused.
Yeah, does that have Ash Williams?
No, Ash is not in it. He
I don't want to watch it then. Why the fuck would I watch a horror themed Evil Dead without Ash Williams? If you put Ash in it, then you got something there. But
like honestly, Ash was the best part of every Evil Dead.
oh yeah, even Army of Darkness, like he was some of the lines were whack in that, but like let's be real here, best part was Ash. Like I wish that they would have continued the Ash versus Evil Dead because that would have been amazing. I heard like I don't know, I think I sent you the clip of fucking Ash like talking to all of the crowds, and they were saying that it got canceled because the ratings were bad, but it was only the #1 pirated show of all time. So its only downfall was the fact that Netflix was the one that picked it up.
No, that sucks. So if
Damn.
any other streaming company got it and there were just less pirates, it would have gotten more views and gotten picked up for another season.
Yeah, it would have kept going.
Damn, that sucks. Oh, they put the newest season of Rick and Morty on Hulu. Have you guys seen that yet? They
I have not.
Oh yeah, I already watched it. Fuck you guys.
I'm about to watch it after this. Then.
You watch that shit. I still haven't. Oh man, like Rick and Morty is one of those things where it's like you want to watch it just because it was like super good in the past, and you want to see if it is still good because like some of the newer seasons weren't that great.
I like to see them exploring new sci-fi concepts. Every time I see it, they're coming up with a new sci-fi concept, and that's okay for me in my simple brain. I don't think the show's been on a decline. I think every episode's fine. There are a couple that are boring, but like, I think I just hope it goes on longer. I know like one of the guys he came back, and he's trying to get to reprimand what happened with all the drama. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll have more Rick and Morty.
Yeah, I want more Rick and Morty, although like I have no idea how they're gonna go ahead and do the newest seasons without the voice actor. What is his name?
I don't remember.
Justin
but
Roiland.
like,
Justin Roiland. Fuck, so irrelevant in my mind. But he does the voices, and to be fair, like the majority of the voices throughout that show is just Morty's voice a little bit altered.
Well, but a lot of people can do pretty good impressions.
A lot of people can do really good impressions.
the entire world's been doing impressions for years.
Yeah.
I know I have.
Morty, we gotta do the thing.
What?
Terrible, but
Please.
that's enough for the shitty impressions. Anyways, what else?
What else?
What else do we got, boys?
What else we got? We got here. I tried DMT for the first time.
Oh, tell me about that.
It was very interesting. I did it with my one roommate because we were talking, and he said that he had a cart, and so I was like, "Yo, like I want to try that." So we set up a time and date to where like we could just go ahead and go into his room and chill, and it was interesting. I didn't go like full on back because it was a cult, but like it was amazing because like the visuals were like really fucking intense, like extremely intense. But it would only last for like 5 minutes, and those 5 minutes didn't feel long. Like it was interesting because like
that's
we
the
had
thing about the DMT vapes, like you don't get the long-lasting effects of it. It's just a quick shot,
Yeah, it was like
and then you're back to
5
normal.
Yeah, and like after doing it like 3 times, like on my 4th time, and it was like, no, you're done.
Yeah.
Like, and then I hit it a 5th time, and it said no again. And it's like, you don't need any more for the day. Like, it was so bizarre. My roommate was telling me that if you were to go ahead and like hit that the pen really hard and then like blow out and then hit it really hard again like 3 or 4 times, then you can achieve what the powder does, but overall it's kind of tough.
Yeah, because the powder is just like a straight concentrate, so it's,
Yeah,
different.
where he has other things and the carts have other things inside of it in order to make it like
smokable.
smokable and to be put into like a wax form.
Yeah.
So kind of difficult, but it's what it is.
Yeah. Anyway, sounds like a good time.
Yeah, like saw really intense visuals. There was one point where I saw an 8-bit, and I thought, like, I looked at my roommate. I looked at the walls. The walls were all yellow, and like the door frames that were normally white are like fucking brown, and like Nirvana is playing on the TV, and then all of a sudden I look at that and the tapestry above it that's all pink and yellow. And I just squint my eyes a little bit, and then all of a sudden my vision just goes to like straight blocks of pink with yellow outlines and yellow and black circles that only like went to like this corner, or only took up like a corner of the square, and there were like a bunch of them, and it took up my entire vision. I was like, oh my god, this is permanent. And I turned to my roommate, I'm like, man, should I start
That's how it
freaking
always
out?
feels. This is permanent.
This is permanent. I started thinking, damn, this is permanent. I turned to my roommate. I'm like, hey, should I start freaking out now? And he's like, no, just stay back and close your eyes for a minute. I was like, okay. So I do that. And then like 2-3 minutes later, after closing my eyes, I open them, and then it's gone. It's not 2D, or it's not like pixely and 8-bit, and I can like see everything, and I can see my hands not trace and whatnot, and I start like grasping at the bed like, oh my god, I'm so glad I see all of the pixels. like no more pixels, I had my vision back.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
It scared me a little bit, but you know what? I would say that I liked it a bit better than mushrooms because it wasn't a whole fucking day thing.
Yeah. That's fair. Mushrooms is like a full 8 hours.
Yeah, and with DMT you could just like hit it and then like just while you're chilling out playing video games or like watching a movie, and then like
Bro,
just, like,
how do you play video games while off DMT?
like I was watching like a tapestry that was covering his windows, and for some reason it was just like breathing back and forth really intensely, like it was going like a foot back and then a foot forward.
Damn.
And I was like, whoa, and I reach out to touch it, and then like it's like way farther than what I thought, and I fall off the bed.
That's wild.
That shit was wild. That shit was tough. I want to do it again. I
want to do it again.
I'm gonna do it again.
Alright.
Like, I don't know. Like, definitely research it before trying it. I'm probably, in all honesty, not gonna do it for a really long time. I don't have the urge to do that shit often. But I don't know. I feel like it would be cool to just go ahead and have, so that way, like, on occasion, like, if we were to go to, like, camping trips or some shit like that, we'd be able to have a little bit of DMT while sitting by a fire.
Oh yeah, that's a recipe for
That's
greatness.
Fire.
Drugs and fire. Yep.
Drugs. We already mix alcohol on fire. Okay, you get shit-faced drunk on camping trips all the time.
I feel like it's a little different.
A smidge different. Well,
Yeah, there's a
Either way.
smidge of a difference.
either way, it'll be fine. If we did shrooms on camping trip, even though that was ass,
See, most people have s'mores on camping trips. We have DMT.
we have hallucinogens, illegal hallucinogens.
Hey, don't say
Alright.
that.
We are literally
Perfectly
talking about-
legal where we are. We live in Oregon.
You live somewhere.
So what did we say at the beginning of the podcast?
Adventure time!
Come on, grab your
We're
friends.
going to this.
Destined lands.
Okay.
And it's adventure time.
Yes, I agree. 100%.
Yeah, just like that.
Alright.
If that's copyrighted, then
If that's copyrighted, then
I guess it's time for Wonderwall.
Because that's definitely not copyrighted.
yeah, this is. God. Well, we're just doing all the crime today.
That's right, crimes.
Crimes. We're committing blue collar crimes. Oh boy. Anyways, what you got to talk about, Be Live? What's something that's going on with you?
Man, not a lot that I'm willing to talk about on camera.
You know what? I feel that. That goes for me too.
Yeah. Alright, I think we've been going for, what, 50 something minutes? It's pretty good, I'd say. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Heck Shit episode 16, I believe, could be 17, I don't know, I'm not 100%, but
It's a good podcast at this point, episode whatever.
yeah.
Listen, we're too lazy to keep track of the episodes.
Leave us alone.
This is 17.
We're on 17. Alright, I said 16 at the beginning of the episode, so this is episode 17. Anyway, you know, like, subscribe, leave comments if you want.
Do shit.
Yeah.
Look at
Yeah.
Bye.
What is this? We're gonna play Putt Party Live.